Hello again, Jesse here, this time back up in the Great White North. Next question comes to me from someone. They say, Jesse, what do I need to know about RSPs? Well, let me nutshell it for you here. Essentially, I don't blame people for losing track of it, given that we've got in the middle of Olympics and we're cheering for Team Canada. But we should keep in mind, RSPs, the deadline's coming up on March the 3rd. RSP started in the late 50s, ultimately to promote retirement planning for Canadians, so they essentially protected themselves from outliving their money, and they took charge of investing for their retirement. The icing on the cake is the tax deduction. Now, there's a couple things you should know about the RSPs. Essentially, there's three types. You've got your individual account, where you make the contribution, you get the deduction. You've got the spousal account, where the higher income earning spouse will make the deduction, make the contribution to the lower income earning spouse's account. Higher income earning spouse gets the deduction, lower income earning spouse gets the money. It's a beautiful way to income split for the household in the year that the money goes in, and then when you retire, you're each going to be pulling out money from your own taxable incomes, so it's a beautiful way to income split for retirement. Third account that you could open up for RSPs is a group account. This is through your employer, where you might do pre-authorized contributions on a monthly basis, and it's done through your work. So those are the three to be aware of over here. You should be aware of, some people think that it's a taxable, tax-free account. It's not. You get a tax deduction, so any money that you put in your taxable year or the 60 days following, which is why we've got the end of season March the 3rd this year, will give you a tax deduction for your previous year's earned income. What that means is it'll reduce your tax bracket as you save for retirement. Now, it's interesting though. You have to keep in mind that this money will be fully taxed when you retire, but there's a way to work around this. Essentially, you're going to be putting the money in and getting a tax deduction. It works when you're in a higher income bracket in your working years, and then when you retire, the anticipated idea is you're going to be in a lower tax bracket. So if you put it in at 40% tax deduction and you pull it out in a registered income fund when you need to take money for your retirement at a 20% bracket, it works beautifully. Problem is if it works the other way. So if you put it in at a low bracket and then do such a great job at investing for your retirement that you're always going to be at a higher bracket for retirement, it might not make sense for you. Keep in mind, this account isn't for everybody. Look to see if it's the best thing for you. I'd be happy to answer your questions on it, but it is the best tax deduction for the average Canadian, and it's simple. Keep in mind the limit of what you should be aware of. There is a limit of what you can put in. Now, simple way is that it's going to be on the third page of your notice of assessment. When you file your taxes in the springtime, you'll get a blue notice of assessment from Revenue Canada. Third page is where it's going to have your limit, and it's going to tell you how much you could contribute. Keep in mind, January the 1st this year, you could open up another $24,270 as well for people who want to get a jump on the next year's contributions. So those are the informations that I can help you out with over here. If you have other questions, let me know. Keep in mind, I would say the last tip I'll give you is the best way to do it is a lump sum contribution early in the year. Second best way, pre-authorized contributions. And third best way, if you don't have the money by the time the season closes off, you can do an RSP loan. We can talk about that next time. Hope I answered your questions. Any more questions I can answer, it'll be a pleasure to answer for you. Just put your comments below and the questions below, and I'll see what I can do to help. Thanks very much.